I welcome you to this lesson. I'm teacher Katimbo Richard, teaching mathematics. Today I've come with a new topic called algebra. Algebra, which is very easy and very important it is, and as far as one's knowledge of mathematics is concerned. So I urge you to follow and then answer all the activities on page 58 all the way to 62 of our workbook, that is P5 term 3. Now, algebra itself has got four or five categories. That is, there is substitution. In algebra, we've got collecting like terms. There is also simplifying the collected like terms. There is formation of equations of algebra, and later we've got solving those very equations are formed. Those are the five. I said we've got collecting like terms, there is simplifying of the collected like terms, there is formation of algebraic equations, there is solving the simplified or the formed algebraic equations, then there is substitution of those equations. So today we are going to collect like terms, we're going to simplify them, we are going to form some expressions and solving equations thereafter. So please follow and then you will be perfect, a P5 member. So number one, or example number one reads, simplify the following. Simplify the following after collecting like terms. So we've got 4 houses minus 3 horses plus 6 houses. You will note that horses are far different from houses. So what you do is to gather the houses together because they are scattered. We've got 14 houses here and 6 houses, so they are scattered. Put them together, then later you write the horses. So I've got 14 houses plus 6 houses, then later minus 3 horses. So 14 plus 6 houses, you get 20 houses, then minus 3 horses. So you must note that you cannot take away horses from houses. So the answer remains 20 houses minus 3 horses. So that's what's called collection of like terms. Like terms are those things that look alike and you see houses, so they can produce one answer when added or subtracted. So that's why we put the houses together, that's collecting like terms. Then later we take away the horses, which can never be taken away from the houses. So the answer is 20 houses minus the 3 horses. Leave it like that, and that's the answer. As we look at the collection of like terms in terms of letters. So part B says simplify after collecting like terms. That is 16 plus 4k minus 2t plus k. You see the t's and k's are scattered. Put them together, and you must note that when you are putting them together, meaning collecting them together, you must never change the sign. This sign remains a minus, this sign remains a plus, this one remains a plus. So 60t minus 2t right here, then plus 4k plus k. That is the collection of the t's and k's. Maintain their positivity and negativity. So I've got 60 minus 2t plus 4k plus k. So you get 60 minus 2t, you remain with 4t. Whereas 4k plus a single k, should we know that here we've got 1k, and in algebra we're not allowed to write a 1 against a letter. So that's why we say 4k plus a single k, you get 5k. So the answer is 4t plus 5k. And these are different, so they can never be simplified further. So that's the answer. That is 4t plus 5k. In so doing, you have collected terms and simplified. And now we go to part C. which emphasizes the same. I've got A's and the B. So I've got A plus 2B plus 3A. You see 3A and A look alike. They must be put together, gathered together, collected together. That's A plus 3A together, then later plus 2B. So that the answer is 4A. That is a single A plus 3A, you get 4A. Then plus 2B. So it's the answer. So the A and B's can never add. They don't look alike, so they remain like this. So the answer remains 4A plus 2B. As we look at the second example about writing expressions. Write a direct expression for each of the following kind of statements. So part A says, write an expression that means K is separated from P. K is subtracted from P. It means K is taken off P. So P is the first, then take off K. So the answer is P take away K. Meaning K has been separated from P. That's P take away K. Please interpret that and understand. Don't say K minus P. In that way you have subtracted P from K. But this is subtraction of K from P. So it's like telling you subtract 8 from 10. It means 10 minus 8. 10 minus 8, not 8 minus 10. Subtract 8 from 10. 10 first, then take away 8. Likewise here, take away K from P. That is P minus K. It's the answer. Likewise, A is added to B. A is added to P. So meaning first write a P. So first write a B and then add that A. So A is added to B. B first. That's B plus A. B plus A. It's like telling you 5 is added to 10. It means 10 plus 5 to get 15. 20 is added to 30. That means 30 plus 20. So what is added to the other comes last. Comes last. Like A is added to B, that is B plus A. That's the expression of algebra. Then part C, the quotient of M and Q. The quotient of M and Q. You must know that the quotient is reached when one divides two quantities. Like the quotient of 6 and 2 is a 3. So that's 6 divided by 2, you get a 3. So you divide M by Q. So the answer is M out of Q. Out of means divide by. So M divided by Q. So that's the quotient. M out of Q. Then C, D. Twice the value of P. Twice means 2 times. Twice means 2 times. So they are meaning 2 times P value. So that's 2 times P, which is 2P. That is twice P. So the expression is 2P. That is how we write the expressions, as easy as that. Now here the difference between 5 and M. The difference between 5 and M. Difference is the result after subtracting 2 numbers. So I've got 2 things or parties of 5 and M, where the difference is 5 minus M. And remember, 5 and M don't look alike, so you cannot produce a single answer when you subtract them. And so I've got 5, take away M as the expression to mean the difference between 5 and M. And in so doing, you have answered the question. So then we go, number 3. What are the following? So I've reached solving equations formed already. So solving equations of algebra. So find the value of M. So what replaces M in other words for each to add or to make this statement correct, where the value of M plus 14 you get 27. Now what is added to 14 to get 27? Algebra has it that one must know the opposite to solve a problem. In order to solve a plus, you must have a minus. In order to solve a division, you must have the corresponding multiplication. For the opposite of addition is subtraction, and vice versa. And the opposite of division is multiplication, and vice versa. So therefore, when the equation is brought with a plus sign of addition, you introduce the minus sign of subtraction to do away with that value so that the unknown remains alone. So that is making it a subject. So I've got m plus 14 equals 27. Now that I've got a plus, we are introducing a minus onto the same 14 to make it a nothing or a 0. So that's why we say m plus 14 minus 14 equals 27 minus 14. What you do this side is what you do the other side because of the equal sign. The equal sign is there to balance the equation. So you do the minus 14 this side, so you do it the other side. So that 14 minus 14 is a 0. So its value has gone the other side, and this side we are remaining only m. So m equals the difference between 27 and 14, where which when subtracted you will get 13. So m value is 13. In order to justify your answer, you replace, that's what's called a substitute. You replace, you substitute m with 13 and c. Is it true that when I've got 13 and you add 14, we get 28, 27? You try and see. 13 plus 14. You get 27? If not, 13 is wrong. If yes, then the value of m is indeed 13. So, the value of m is 13 because 13 plus 14, you get 27. So therefore, that's how we work out. So part B is emphasizing the same working is shown here for the brought a plus sign of addition. So you're going to subtract. So for k, if k plus 6 is equal to 13, do like in part A, we have got a plus, then we subtract the other side. So we go k plus 6 minus 6 is equal to 13 minus 6. Where 6 minus 6 is a 0, remain with k this side, and now 13 minus 6 you get 7. So k value is 7. Check where k is, put a 7 and c. 7 plus 6, add properly and c. 7 plus 6, good, 13. So therefore the value of k is indeed 7, and no one will come and cross that. So they can set this number when the unknown is in the middle. They can set that number when the unknown is in the middle. I'm starting with it. I've got 7 plus y is equal to 15. Find the value of y given that 7 plus y is equal to 15. Now, likewise, identify 7 proper in terms of positivity or negativity. Which type of integer is 7? We say any integer without a sign is a positive one. Thank you. So therefore 7 is a positive integer. So opposite of positive is a negative. And we say it, to spoil a positive, you introduce a negative of the same value. So therefore 7, or to be relieved or to do away with this 7 this side, you subtract 7 from both sides. You say 7 minus 7 plus y equals 15 minus 7. You see 7 minus 7 is a 0. Thank you. So therefore this side we have got 0 plus y. This 0 plus y is the same as y. So it's the same as just writing y and then subtract 7 from that 15. Where 15 minus 7, good, 8. So the y value is 8. Let us see whether y value is actually 8 by replacing y or substituting y with 8. 7 plus 8, I can see. 7 plus 8, good, 15. So the value of y is indeed that 8. Please work out like I've done there to answer. Let's see when you are given the minus sign of subtraction operation. So number 4 says work out the following. Part A, meaning find the value of p, given that p minus 5 is equal to 12. P take away 5 is equal to 12. So here I've got a minus sign of subtraction operation, and opposite of minus is a plus, or opposite of subtraction is addition. So what we do is to add 5 to both sides, knowing that an integer plus its inverse is equal to 0. So when we add an integer with its opposite, you get a 0. Inverse means opposite. So we start p minus 5 is equal to 12. Now you're going to add 5 to both sides. That is p minus 5 plus 5 equals 12 plus 5. So negative 5 plus 5 you get a 0. So to understand it better, you turn it the other way around. Start with the plus this way and the minus. You will see p plus 5 minus 5 is equal to the sum. The sum is 17. So these two mean the same. Minus 5 plus 5 is the same as plus 5 minus 5. Where 5 minus 5 is 0, so this side will remain with p, which is equal to 17. Let us see whether the value p17 is actually correct. 17 minus 5, is it a 12? Indeed it is. If it is, then the value p is very, very correct. And no one will lie to you, you say that number. So in short, whenever you have the minus sign of subtraction, add that very value onto both sides of that equation, you will then get the answer. So then part B is doing the same, it's emphasizing the same. Given that q minus 9 is equal to 13, find the value of q. Like we've done in A, we've got a minus, so do we add 9 to both sides? You say q minus 9 plus 9 is equal to 33 plus 9, and now minus 9 plus 9 is the same as plus 9 minus 9. So you can change to understand better. That is q plus 9 minus 9 is equal to the sum, which is 42. So q value is 42. And let's check whether this answer is actually correct. Is it true that 42 minus 9, you get 33? Good. So q value is actually 42. And then we see when the unknown is the one we subtract now. We have been subtracting from the unknown, now we subtract the unknown and see. Find the value of y given that 29 minus y is equal to 16. Here again, like we did here, we identify the integer 29. 29 is lacking any sign, therefore it's a positive integer. So you introduce a negative 29 on it to have it be made a 0. So I'm going to subtract therefore 29 from both sides. You say 29 minus 29 minus y equals 16 minus 29. So 29 minus 29 is 0, meaning it has been taken the other side. So 0 take away y, you have that difference. Now see 16 and 29. In order to subtract a number in this category where the less is to be subtracted from, then in your side you have to normalize. The greater is put on top, remembering that you have changed it, so therefore the opposite of that answer will be the answer. So I've got 29 minus 16 instead in the side work, and when you get 3 and here 1 you get 13. So if 29 minus 16 is 13, then 16 minus 29 is a negative 13. So that's why we got negative 13 here. So 0 minus y is a negative y, which is equal to negative 13. Whenever I've got a negative onto the unknown, you divide both sides by a negative 1. So say negative y divided by negative 1 equals negative 13 divided by negative 1. Where does negative 1 come from? I say when I say y, it's the same as saying 1y. Likewise, when I say negative y, I will be meaning negative 1y. So it's negative 1 on to this y, which must leave. So negative y divided by negative 1 equals negative 11 divided by negative 1. And we know a negative divided by negative is a positive. So both are going to be turned to a positive. So positive y is equal to positive 13. So therefore, y is equal to 13. Let us see whether when 13 is substituted with y, or when y is substituted with 13, one gets 16. Is it true that 29 minus 13, one gets 16? Try to see. 29 minus 13. Good, you got 16. So therefore, the value of y is as accurate as 13. And nothing else. So that's how we deal with that. So given addition, you subtract. Given subtraction, you add. And you will be perfect in that algebraic solution. So then we go to number 5, and to be the last, so the second last example. So find the value of the letter in each question. This time you are given division here. You know m out of 4 is the same as m divided by 4. So part A says m divided by 4 is equal to 5. We said opposite of division is good. Multiplication. So therefore we identify the lowest common multiplier or lowest common multiple. Being 4, that denominator is the LCM now. LCM of this is 5. Remember 5 is out of 1. So this is 4 and 1. So 5 is out of 1 for denominators or numbers down. So LCM of 1 and 1 is 4. And I've got 2 sides or 2 parties. This is a party, this is a side, this is a party. So we commonly multiply either side by 4. So we say 4 times m out of 4 equals 4 times 5. So then the use of that LCM is to make a denominator 1 or to do away with the denominator. Let's then cancel. In cancellation, you ensure you don't cross the equal sign. So we only go this side. We don't cross, meaning don't go beyond the equal sign. So we cancel the one-sided common divisors. So we go, now the common divisor is 4. 4 divided by 4 once, 4 divided by 4 is a once. 1 times m, we get m, and 4 times 5 is a 20. So the m value is 20. Let's try to check whether this m value is correct by replacing m or substituting m with 20. 20 divided by 4, what do you get? 5. So the value of m is indeed that 20. And now part B is done the same way like part A. Find the value of k given that k divided by 7 is equal to 9. So this is out of, and you must know the operation brought is division. Opposite of division is multiplication, and the LCM is 7. So multiply both sides by 7. 7 times k out of 7 equals 7 times 9 or 9 times 7. So we cancel by 7 once, by 7 once. You remain with the k, where 9 times 7 gets 63. So the value of k is 63. Try and check whether 63 when divided by 7 get 9. So 7 times what? To get 63 after times 9. So therefore 63 divided by 7 is a 9. And therefore k value is indeed that 63, and very correct it is. So look at that example here. Find the value of y in 5y equals 105. Before solving an equation, you must know what the examiner has brought or which operation the examiner said. So what's the meaning of 5y? It means 5 times y. Thank you. So therefore they have said a times. So in order to spoil that multiplication or to do away with the multiplication, one must divide. So here we are going to divide. They gave us division here, we multiplied. Now they have brought multiplication, we are going to divide. So for y, given that 5y is equal to 105. So we are going to divide both sides by y, such that y remains alone. So 5y divided by 5, out of means divide by, equals 105 divided by 5. And then we divide 5 divided by 5 once, 5y divided by 5 get y. Then by 5 divided by 5 is 1, 10 divided by 5 is 2, and 5 divided by 5 is a 1. So therefore 105 divided by 5 get 21. So the value of y is 21. The value of y is 21. So let's check whether this answer is correct. Remember 5y means 5 times y. And now the value of y is 21. Try to multiply and see. 5 times 21. If you don't get 105, you just know your answer is correct. But as for me, when I multiply 5 by 21, I get 105. And therefore the value of y is indeed 21. And no one will lie to you. You fail that number, never will you fail again. So somehow bring the opposite to provide a permanent solution to a particular kind of equation. So algebra is all about that. So that's the end of this lesson. In case you need clarity about what teacher has explained or mathematics in general, please don't hesitate to reach me on these two numbers you see, 0776 251655. Alternatively, use 07572 33066, and the teacher will ever be ready to help you out of any situation, as long as concerning this mathematics of primary. Teacher Katimbo Richard. For more information, I'm saying for more information, or if you did not get the booklet, please come to school and get it, and then we practice together. For mathematics is practice, and you know practice makes one perfect person. And remember, COVID-19 is real, therefore devise means to stay safe.